Before we dive deep into these principles, let me share something that changed my life forever. You see, when I was a young man, my mentor, Mr. Schoaf, said to me, "Jim, if you want your life to change, you have to change. If you want things to get better, you have to get better." That simple philosophy set me on a path of personal development that has lasted a lifetime. Let's begin with the first way to dramatically improve your life: the power of personal philosophy. You must understand this: your personal philosophy is the single most important factor in how your life works out. It's more important than your background, your education, or your current circumstances. Your philosophy is the way you think about life, success, happiness, and everything in between. Let me share something profound with you. In my early years, I used to blame everything outside of myself for my lack of success. The economy, the government, my employer, you name it, I blamed it. But then Mr. Schoaf taught me something that changed everything. He said, "Jim, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills." You see, your philosophy will determine whether you see obstacles or opportunities. It will determine whether you blame circumstances or take responsibility. It will determine whether you make excuses or make progress. Here's what you need to do. Start examining your current philosophy. Write down what you believe about success, about money, about relationships, about health. Then ask yourself, are these beliefs serving me or limiting me? The miracle of self-development. Now, let me tell you something fascinating about personal development. Most people work hard on their job, but they don't work hard on themselves. Isn't that interesting? They'll work 8 hours for a company but won't spend 30 minutes on their own education. Here's the fundamental truth: your income rarely exceeds your personal development. Or you might get lucky for a while, but sustained success requires sustained growth. Let me give you my personal formula for self-development. First, read at least 30 minutes every day. The books you read and the people you meet, these two things will determine the next 5 years of your life. I remember when I first started reading, I was so broke I had to borrow books. But here's what's fascinating: the same books that cost me $25 made me millions. Isn't that incredible? Second, keep a journal. Write down your ideas, your dreams, your observations. A life worth living is a life worth recording. I've kept journals for over 40 years, and let me tell you, they're worth their weight in gold. Third, attend seminars and workshops. Learn from those who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Remember this: success leaves clues. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. The art of goal setting. Now, here's something that will amaze you. Less than 3% of Americans have written goals. Less than 1% review them regularly. And these are the same people who wonder why life isn't working out the way they want. Let me share a story with you. Years ago, I met a young man who was frustrated with his life. He had dreams, but they were all in his head. I asked him, "Have you written down your goals?" He said, "No." I said, "Let me share something with you that will change your life forever." I taught him what I'm about to teach you now: the power of written goals. You see, there's something magical about putting pen to paper. When you write down your goals, several things happen. First, you clarify what you want. Most people are fuzzy about their futures. They have wishes, hopes, and dreams, but they've never crystallized them into specific goals. Second, you activate what I call the reticular activating system in your brain. This is the part of your brain that starts noticing opportunities that were always there but you never saw before. Third, you create a contract with yourself. Written goals are like a blueprint for your life. They give you direction, purpose, and most importantly, they give you something to measure your progress against. The economics of time management. Here's something that will revolutionize your life. Time management is really life management. You see, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between success and failure often comes down to how we use those hours. Let me share a principle that transformed my life. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Why? Because if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Here's my time management system. First, identify your high-value activities. These are the things that move you toward your goals. For most people, there are only 4 or 5 activities that produce 80% of their results. Second, schedule your priorities rather than prioritize your schedule. Most people have this backwards. They look at their schedule and try to fit in their priorities. No, no, no. You must schedule your priorities first. Third, learn to say no. This is crucial. You see, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Make sure you're saying yes to the right things. The power of association. Now, here's something that will shake you to your core. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that. Your income, your attitudes, your habits, even your vocabulary is largely determined by the people you associate with. Let me share a personal experience. When I was young and broke, I used to hang around with other broke people. We'd get together and complain about how life wasn't fair. Then one day, Mr. Schoaf said something that changed everything. He said, "Jim, if you want to be successful, study success. If you want to be happy, study happiness." Here's what you must do to transform your associations. First, evaluate your current relationships. Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Are they encouraging your dreams or pouring cold water on them? Second, deliberately seek out people who are where you want to be. Join organizations, attend events, put yourself in environments where successful people gather. Third, be willing to let go of relationships that no longer serve your growth. This is tough, but necessary. Remember, some people need to be loved from a distance. The mathematics of financial success. Here's something fascinating about money. Most people spend their entire lives earning money, but never learn how money works. Isn't that interesting? They'll work 40 years at a job, but won't spend 40 hours studying financial intelligence. Let me share my fundamental formula for financial success. First, live on 70% of your income. This is non-negotiable. You must learn to live below your means, not within your means. Second, save 10% for long-term investing. This money is sacred. It's for your future, for building wealth. Third, invest 10% in your personal development, books, seminars, courses, anything that makes you more valuable in the marketplace. Fourth, give 10% away. This is crucial. Giving opens up the flow of abundance in your life. The science of productive habits. Let me tell you something fascinating about habits. Most people never realize that successful people and unsuccessful people have the same habits. The only difference is this: successful people have good habits working for them, while unsuccessful people have bad habits working against them. You see, habits are like a cable car going up a mountain. You can't see the cable, but it's what's pulling you up. Your habits are invisible cables, either pulling you up toward success or down toward failure. Here's what Mr. Schoaf taught me about habits that changed my life forever. He said, "Jim, don't start your day until you have it finished on paper." Let me break this down for you. First, design your ideal day. What time will you wake up? What will you do first? How will you spend your time? Second, create success rituals. The most successful people I know have morning rituals that set them up for success. They don't start their day by checking emails or social media. No. They start with personal development, exercise, and planning. Third, track your habits. What gets measured gets improved. Write down your habits and grade yourself daily. Are you moving toward your goals or away from them? The psychology of achievement. Now, here's something that will revolutionize your understanding of success. Your level of achievement will rarely exceed your level of personal development. Why? Because success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Let me share a story that illustrates this principle. Years ago, I met a young man who wanted to become wealthy. He kept asking me about investments, about business opportunities, about ways to make money. But he wasn't asking the right questions. I said to him, the key question is not how can I make $1 million. The key question is, what kind of person do I need to become to attract success? Here's what you must understand about achievement. First, your self-image sets the boundaries of your achievement. If you see yourself as worth $50,000 a year, that's what you'll earn, even if you have the potential to earn $500,000. Second, your beliefs determine your actions. If you believe something is impossible, you won't even try. If you believe something is possible, you'll take action. Third, your expectations influence your results. Expect little, receive little. Expect more, receive more. The art of effective communication. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share something profound about communication. The way you communicate with others and with yourself will determine 90% of your success in life. You see, life responds to deserve, not to need. It's not what you want that matters, it's what you deserve. And how do you become more deserving? By becoming more valuable. How do you become more valuable? By developing your communication skills. Here's my formula for effective communication. First, learn to ask better questions. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions. Instead of asking, why does this always happen to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Second, develop your vocabulary. Words are tools for thinking. The bigger your vocabulary, the more precisely you can think and communicate. Third, master the art of listening. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. Change that and you'll change your life. The philosophy of giving and contribution. Now here's the final principle, and perhaps the most important one. The secret to living is giving. You see, life gives to the givers and takes from the takers. Isn't that fascinating? Let me share something that changed my perspective forever. Mr. Schoaf said to me, Jim, don't just learn to earn, learn to give. Success without contribution is failure. Here's what you must understand about giving. First, give more value than you receive in payment. This is the foundation of all sustainable success. Second, look for ways to serve others. The marketplace pays for value, and value is determined by how much you serve others. Third, develop a giving mindset. Ask yourself daily, how can I add value to others today? Now, let me bring all these principles together for you. Success is not an accident. Success is not a lottery. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying these fundamental principles day after day, week after week, year after year. Remember this, the same wind blows on us all. The difference in where we arrive in life is not the blowing of the wind, but the set of our sail. These 10 principles are your sail settings. Let me ask you something profound. 5 years from now, you will be someplace. The question is, where? These principles will ensure you arrive at a destination you choose, not one you settle for. Here's what fascinates me about personal development. Everything counts. Everything either works for you or against you. There is no neutral ground. Your habits, they count. Your associations, they count. Your philosophy, it counts. Your time management, it counts. Your financial decisions, they count. Every decision you make today is taking you somewhere. The question is, where are these decisions taking you? Let me share one final thought with you. Success is not something that happens to you, it's something that happens because of you. Because of your philosophy, because of your actions, because of your persistence. You see, life doesn't get better by chance. Life gets better by change. And change happens when you apply these principles consistently, persistently, day after day. Start with these simple disciplines. Read 30 minutes every day. Write down your goals. Save 10% of your income. Associate with positive people. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Give more than you expect to receive. These simple disciplines practiced every day will create dramatic results in your life. And here's what's fascinating. The difference between success and failure is not that dramatic. Success is the progressive realization of worthwhile goals. Failure is a few errors in judgment repeated every day. The choice is yours. The principles are universal. The time is now. Remember this, for things to change, you must change. For things to get better, you must get better. For things to improve, you must improve. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenges, wish for more wisdom. Let me expand on these life-changing principles with some final thoughts that will revolutionize your thinking. The power of small changes. Here's what fascinates me. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 5 years. Why? Because they don't understand the power of compound interest in personal development. Let me give you an example that changed my life. If you improve just 1% every day, at the end of 1 year, you'll be 37 times better. Not 365% better, 37 times better. Isn't that incredible? You see, success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. The question isn't, what do I need to do to succeed? The question is, what do I need to do every day? The mastery of money? Let me share something about money that most people never grasp. Money is a result, not a cause. Money is like a crop. You harvest what you plant. But here's what's fascinating. Most people want to harvest first. Remember these fundamental truths about money. First, don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action. Second, work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune. Third, money is not the most important thing in life, but it affects everything that is important. The philosophy of leadership. Here's something profound about leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Your business, your relationships, your life, they all depend on your ability to lead yourself first, then others. Mr. Schoaf taught me this valuable lesson, Jim. He said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Why? Because leadership is not something you do, it's something you become. The value of time? Let me share something fascinating about time. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. Yet, isn't it interesting that most people are more careful with their money than they are with their time? Here's what you must understand about time. First, time is the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours. Second, it's not about time management, it's about life management. Third, don't count the days, make the days count. The power of decision. Now, here's something that will transform your life forever. Your life changes the moment you make a new, congruent, and committed decision. Success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. Remember this, it's not what happens to you that determines your future, it's what you do about what happens to you. The ultimate legacy. As we conclude our time together, let me share one final thought that brings everything full circle. The greatest legacy you can leave is not something that's engraved in stone monuments, but something that's woven into the lives of others. You see, there are two ways to build the tallest building in town. Tear down all the other buildings around you. Build your building taller. Always choose the second option. Success is not about competing, it's about contributing. Final words of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, let me leave you with these final thoughts. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. The challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be bold, but not bully. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. Have humor, but without folly. Remember, this life is not just the passing of time. Life is the collection of experiences and their intensity. Ask yourself these three questions every day. What am I becoming? What am I giving? What am I earning? The answers to these questions will determine the quality of your life. And finally, remember this powerful truth. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Starting tomorrow, read something of value. Listen to something of value. Write something of value. Do something of value. Share something of value. Success is not an accident. Success is not a lottery. Success is not a game of chance. Success is a choice, your choice. The opportunity of a lifetime must be seized within the lifetime of the opportunity. And that lifetime is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, now. Ladies and gentlemen, the choice is yours. The principles are universal. The time is now. Go forth and create the life you deserve. Thank you, and God bless.